Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Zero and welcome to Inscryption, an upcoming horror game from the creator of Pony Island, where you play a card game and if you lose, you're banished to the Shadow Realm. So, quick note, just like I said at the beginning, this is technically a demo of the newer game, Inscryption. There is sacrifices must be made, which was the prototype, which I also played on my channel, but Inscryption looks to be considerably more advanced than the original, which was fairly plain. Another challenger. It has been ages. Perhaps you have forgotten how this game is played. Allow me to remind you. I can kind of see like an outline of the face a little bit. Play the squirrel card. Stoat. So I basically remember how this kind of worked. Now play your Stoat. Stoats cost 1 blood. Sacrifices must be made. Former title drop. An honorable death. Play the Stoat. Wolves require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. Ring the bell to end your turn. And commence combat. Your Stoat stands unopposed. The number on the bottom left is the attack power 1. Your Stoat dealt me 1 damage. I added it to the scale. You win if you tip my side all the way down. You mean tip the scales? Like this. My turn. Your Stoat stands in the way of my coyote. My coyote dealt 2 damage to your Stoat. That means your Stoat's health is 2 less. If a creature's health reaches 0, it dies. It's your turn again. You may draw from your deck, you may draw a squirrel. How dull. The wolf demands 2 sacrifices. Huh? Hey, stop! Fear not, the beast is sacrificed, but not removed from your deck. Its suffering was real, but you will see it again. Thanks, that's reassuring. Because you are learning, I will pass. Again the choice, a random card from your deck or the certainty of a squirrel. Squirrel. Pretty much gonna win anyways there. 3 damage dealt, 3 weights on the scale. You know you can play more than 1 card per turn, right? Pass. River Snapper. Basically a tanky card. I mean, there's no reason to sacrifice anybody or do anything, so... You've won this match. They won't all be so easy. Let me recall your story. Oh yes. Oh man, this is cool. You were lost deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. Two denizens of the forest approach you attentively. The caustic adder, damage when it's poisoned bite is always lethal. The undying cat, sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. Only one may grace your paltry deck. The cat's pretty damn useful. That's basically a guaranteed infinite squirrel as long as you don't get it killed. The adder... I mean, it'd be nice to have both in your deck, but if you only had to get one. Touch of Death. When a card bearing this sigil damages another creature, that creature perishes. Many lives. When a card bearing this sigil is sacrificed, it does not perish. Another creature joins your caravan. Some of the creatures of the forest seem willing to follow you. You come across an abandoned sack. This is kind of like a weird D&D session. You found a squirrel in a bottle. Break in case of emergency. And have a second. Another useful implement. I'll allow you to tip the scales with it. 3 is as much as you can carry. So I'm assuming if we can only carry 3, there might be a use it or lose it kind of aspect. And sacrifices must be made. The main theme was, of course, the sacrifice part. Not just in the cards, but you could cut off, like, fingers or things like that to tip the scales. Looks like that's still going to be here in some form. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. You sacrificed me while I was sleeping. It was the right play. I get it. Maybe. You'll help me? Take your turn. Play along for now. You may now see my moves ahead of time. You can plot a wolf cub right there. I have a boulder there, there's nothing much I can do. So, squirrel. Cat. I'll just put the cat on one of the stumps. Okay. And then I can play the stoat. Yeah. Sacrifice you. Here we go. And we're good. Unless you want to sacrifice a stoat to put a turtle in. Be a little mean. Gonna draw a card in your first turn. How many to use those? Go. Mind the ambitious wolf cub. It ages swiftly. Probably take another squirrel at the moment. Plop you down. Sacrifice the cat. Put on the river snapper. End my turn. The airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. Not my life points! Huh, my bat flew right over your stoat. And we got a wolf. I could sacrifice the river snapper and put the wolf in. It's more offensive. No, I'll plop that in if I have to take out their wolf. Yeah. And then take a squirrel. Pop a squirrel. Sacrifice that. Everyone's good. This is pretty much one. Another wolf card. We have a pretty small deck. You prevailed, and trekked onwards past the now bloody terrain. Two cards. The young wolf cub. It grows into a wolf after a single turn. The meek sparrow, an inexpensive if feeble flying creature. Let's see, wolf cub. Take this one. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, would now be lost forever. Sacrificing a cat would be interesting, because you theoretically could turn a higher tier card into something you could sacrifice infinitely. But then you would also lose the purpose of the cat, which is to have a cheap, free squirrel that you can always apply every turn. Sacrifice the wolf cub. Pick me! you could actually make the cat become offensive. Sure. Okay, Stoat. We're gonna make Stoat swole. What an honor. Because you actually are a cheap card. You could turn a cheap card into a much more stronger one now. A ghastly spectacle. But the soul of the wolf cub now lives in the Stoat. Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. Okay. Okay, I want to put a squirrel. Bat and coyote, they're gonna come in and start hitting my stuff. Squirrel there. There's a squirrel. Plop a cat as far away as possible so it doesn't die. Can't really play anything else though. We're gonna take a hit. Unless... let's pop an emergency squirrel. River snapper. Or wolf. River Snapper would be pretty tanky. I mean, it only has 1 health. It would do its job, in a sense. I'll take the wolf. Plop you down. Okay, this is all we can do. My totems grant my coyote the power of flight. Flying coyotes. Not really, your pets aren't protected. In this situation, squirrel, so we can bring in the river snapper. Take out both of these. We got wolf cub coming. Bring out. He's completely insane. You see that, right? No care for the rules. Pathetic, really. Enough. Only keeps me around to watch me suffer. I wonder if you're... My assumption is that that's that's a person. Like someone's soul got put in a card. It'd be interesting if you were the player from Sacrifices Must Be Made. Yeah, so... Back on the board. You're 1 damage away from running. And that's pretty much it. Impressive. You may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood. There's a lot of wood around here for me to knock on. Next one. 3 cards. The Watchful Bullfrog. It leaps in the way of attacking flyers. The Proud Wolf, a vicious contender. We got plenty of wolves. Then there's the Adder. Ooh. There is some use to the Bullfrog, especially if there's like a really weird air blitz. And you could theoretically attach that. Let's say, if you get a chance to merge cards, you could attach the passive to the Bullfrog to, let's say, the Turtle. And then you've got yourself a Silk Self tanker that's going to really tank a lot of hits. But this Adder, this may help me against a Doom moment. I might really need that. And I might be able to put that passive on someone that's also... Because it's a 2-cost card, I could put that on like on the Stoat, for example. And suddenly the Stoat... Well, no, you probably only have 1 passive. That might be a thing. Let's see. That's if you want to merge a card's effect. If I remember correctly. That's something new. What would I prefer? Well, let's check this out. You come across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire, that will enhance its power, said another. You know, as one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. That's redundant. No use to increase that thing's power. 2 damage River Snapper wouldn't be bad. But let's keep buffing up the Stoat. 2 damage. The fire warmed the poor Stoat, enhancing its power. When the survivors reached toward it, but never gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the Stoat away from the fire and left. Grandfer, there's a way out. For both of us. It's somewhere in this foul cabin. Be silent, I will tear you to shreds. Whoa. That's a little unfair, isn't it? You've got a grizzly. Let's see, did I got the cat, the Stoat, and the River Snapper. So I can pull the cat in no matter what. That can happen. Okay. And then we can... Or I can pull in the, let's see. Take you out. the sparrow's gonna be there, though. The furs are actually bad because of the quirk or what's happening here. I could just ignore the sparrow and focus on handling these bears. Or I can blitz. Let's put the cat down. That has to be handled, and that's 4 damage. That's gotta come in. But you're not gonna be able to kill that. Stoat would die too. It's the only way. That's the only way out. Because it's not too many hits from like death right there. And you can't pull a card in your first turn. Okay. So River Snapper's gonna go down. But if we pull out the snake, oh, there's another grizzly. Sparrow, the cat's not gonna be able to stop it. That's just gonna keep doing 1 damage. Okay. I have to believe in the heart of cards. That is not what I needed. Yeah, that's all I need. Okay. I really need that adder. Ooh, yeah, this is... I don't know if this is winnable. He's blitzing us with grizzlies. Card the cards! Adder. But we don't have the squirrel to, yeah, it's come. I feel like that's a little scripted. That kind of came in late. And you can't sacrifice the trees. You'd have to drop Stoat and drop Thing, but then the other bear is going to hit you no matter what. You'll kind of see what I mean. The spot, you sure? And then you sacrifice that. Sorry, Stoat. The serpent perhaps more deadly than man. And then you run me with sparrows. Yeah, there's no way. You've lost. Using that as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Yeah, I feel like you're scripted to lose there. You might be able to win. Maybe if your RNG and the first cards are good enough. Fetching me the candlestick from atop the barrel beside the door. Interesting tools you got here, buddy. There's definitely gonna be secrets or things tied to all this. Hello. Here's the figurines. You can't use that right now. Can't leave. Bring it here. Interesting. Now sit back down. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? The only other way I think you could have won there is maybe if you attached the adder's property to a cheaper card and then you blitzed the grizzly down. It might be winnable. It looks like it's pretty tricky, and they're scripting it so like it's very hard to win. The supplies to the left, I think. Bullfrog. The ordinary porcupine. Sharp quills await those who dare attack it. Sparrow. Once a card bearing this sigil is struck, the striker is then dealt a single damage point. But you only have 2 health. You might just outright die to anyone. card-bearing sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. I'm gonna say Bullfrog. But Sparrow, there is some advantages to the Sparrow, and it's that every hit of dice you do will, in a way, delay your death. Let's get the Bullfrog. There might be a time where, like, you have a really strong flyer. There might be a card like that. Well, this is a demo, you know, it's not gonna get that far. A powerful item. Turn this and I'll skip my next turn. Its bleeding yields free blood, if you can ignore the bleeding. If you deem it necessary, you may cut up one of my cards of these. Choose one. Ooh. Yours will entirely skip their next turn. That's very powerful. You almost could get a kill just from that alone. And this one just basically is a super squirrel. I'm gonna take the Hourglass. A gust from this may lift your creatures into the air, if only for a turn. You already have one of those. Your creatures will attack as though they have an airborne squirrel in a bottle. You could do some interesting blitzes with this. Once again, you could get a big win. But the squirrel in the ball is like a very simple item, but it's so simple that it's extremely universally useful. As we've seen when I plop these down sometimes. So I'm not gonna get too crazy, I'm just gonna take a squirrel in the bottle. Feeling overburdened enough with full 3 items, you carried on. Oh boy. The trees seemed to close in around you as a chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. Oh my god. Hee-haw! This was Prospector! You are literally just a forest spirit that likes to roleplay and LARP. Pack Mule. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will move in the direction inscribed on the sigil, so you can move to the right. So do you plop down and then move that first turn you go down, or do you plop down, sit there, and then next turn you move over here? We have a boulder on the right. Adder could be useful, actually, to stop that pack mule. That's a thing. I'm gonna put you down here. Because you're not an offensive unit anyways at the moment. And then I don't have any of your cards to really play right now unless I use the squirrel card. I'm gonna save that. Let's see, because you're blocked anyways right now. Yeah, so you're kind of stuck there until I kill the coyote. So now block an offensive card down here. You're gonna jump over and you're gonna get hit either way. The wolf cub's gonna chew at that boulder. There's literally nothing I can do about that. So, don't need much to put there. I'm just gonna take a plain squirrel card, flop you down, put a river snapper, and then end my turn. Okay, let's... I don't want to use the adder yet, so let's take another card. Wolf, not bad. Can't play unless I sacrifice the river snapper, no reason to yet. Oh no, they come for a cat. We are... Well, the wolf won't be able to play. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. We are near death. We gotta be careful in there. You're gonna kill your boulder next turn, and then I'll need to put something there to stop you. Okay. Definitely gotta get a squirrel. River Snapper will help a little bit. It's gonna hit that. Give me some dice on my end. Okay. Wolf's gonna come down. Oh, kill the cat first. That'll just have to be something we'll have to deal with. And... if I pulled up the Stoat, it'd be nice. I'm gonna draw. Get another wolf. I'm gonna use... I could sacrifice the River Snapper, but I don't necessarily want to. I'm gonna use one of my scroll cards. That. Need to take the offense here. Okay, you're gonna take that pack mule out. The wolf cub's gonna come in, it's gonna die. The wolf there is coming in. I don't think it's gonna kill me. We're dead even right now. Draw a card. Bullfrog. Can't do too much. Ooh. Ooh. Dang nabbit, my mule! Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. I might as well pull... I got a lot of cards here, some of them I don't actually have. The elk. I'm actually gonna pull a squirrel and put a skunk there. We do have the board advantage. 3, 4. It's gonna... I'm gonna be a little conservative right now, hold these hands. Yeah, see, that's what I meant. There was no reason to me to do anything too crazy. Hope you didn't think it would be that easy. There's gold in them cards! What? What? Gold! I've struck gold! My board! I only can put on one card. Bloodhound. When an opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space, a card bearing the sigil will move to that empty space. Oh, well that's not really gonna really come into play. So, I have plenty of squirrels, I might as well draw. He's doing the Prospector again. Easy, boss. The mule's key. Yeah, I saw that. 2 damage. You would get a kill on it. Eventually. And you're gonna get stronger next turn. I might as well pop a squirrel down. And then... You're on the board, Stoat, do it! Okay. Go. Get him! Now it is a 3 damage card with 5 health. Most part, you're gonna hold that line. I need to get rid of the Bloodhound. 3 health. Take a squirrel. I don't really need to use the items, but it's a demo, I mean. It's kind of like use them or lose them. I can put a porcupine down for the time being. By time. Got an adder coming in. A thorny rebuke! Pull a squirrel. Adder will come in and just one shot. That actually is going to benefit me hugely. Squirrel. And we'll just put a bullfrog, why not? Yeah, that's it. Memory card is full. What is this strange feeling?
Hey there, card gamers. I'm...
Oh man, the full game is gonna be bananas. Oh my god. The release date just got turned into a card.
Wow, great video.
So that's it for the Inscryption demo. So you won't have to wait too long. Just about almost a month, really. It is a huge upgrade. Obviously, over sacrifices must be made. I'm also gonna say that was a really good trailer. If you want to promote a weird, quirky horror card game, that trailer was one of the best ways to sell it. So I'm not going to go too much into what I think about the game. You kind of already know what I think. I think it's very promising. Definitely a guaranteed playthrough when the full games comes out. And knowing this creator's games, there's probably going to be a lot of secrets. And kind of a lot of breaking the bounds of what the game is. You can kind of already see in the trailer. So very much looking forward to it. Anyway, so thank you all for watching me play the Inscryption demo. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.